Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you one of the biggest throws in Bungie history. Now, we all know that the Wrath of the Machine has been talked about, and they're saying that it's not going to be returning, but riddle me this. 4 years ago, when they dropped the Beyond Light Vidoc, you're telling me that Luke Smith dropped this news.
Do that again, but let's also reach into the past and bring it into the present.
There's a lot of great content in our past, and maybe this year we'll see a classic raid come back. I think it'd be pretty amazing this year to see the Vault of Glass kind of unvaulted and returned in front of players. I can imagine things like champion Praetorians instead of just regular Praetorians, and kind of updating it slightly to the modern context, but still preserving that classic feel.
With him announcing that Vault of Glass was returning, don't you think that there was a group full of devs and everybody we're gonna give them Vault of Glass, why not give them the greatest raid in Destiny 1 history, Wrath of the Machine? You know they're gonna want it. I guess they just said, we'll worry about that when the time comes. The community, literally, I remember that day when they announced Vault of Glass, everyone's like, Clyde, they're gonna do Wrath, they're gonna do Wrath. And I'm like, let's go. And it just never came. And right now, the big content gap we have for just waiting for Frontiers, everyone's like, oh, well, Frontiers. Well, Heresy's launching on the 4th, and then the Dungeon's launching on the 7th. But what are we doing from now until Frontier? Man, they could have just dropped Wrath and it would have been great. Now, I don't like when they bring back old stuff, but if you're going to give us the old raids, you might as well give us the last one, right? We're not being greedy. But I also want to pull up this article, pretty much them saying that they're confirming on why it's not coming. They confirm that Wrath of the Machine will not be returning to Destiny 2 anytime soon, prioritizing new content instead. I feel like that's a PR. It says right here, even since Bungie started bringing back the classic D1 raids in Destiny 2, the community has been patiently waiting to see a fan favorite Wrath of the Machine raid return. The demand for these reprised raids has been consistently high, especially following the successful Vaults of Glass, King's Fall, and Crota's End. Bungie has stayed silent on this matter, leaving the community nothing but speculation of this returning. And they're saying, unfortunately, recent comments from Bungie global community leads seem to suggest that we're going to have to wait even longer. I feel like, yes, when the time finally comes, they'll do it, but man, the player base is really just falling off, waiting for that opportunity to turn on the game again, and hopefully this new content will do that, but Wrath would have easily cleared that. And it says right here, the lead Dylan DMG, will Wrath of the Machine return in 2025? Gaffner replied, Magic 8 Ball, likely not anytime soon. Got new stuff to focus on. The reason here is pretty much unlike the other reprise raids, this one requires unique assets like the Siva infused fallen enemies and specific encounters that would demand substantial time and resources, something Bungie does not have following 2 rounds of layoff last year. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen, that Star Wars themed set, that collaboration they're doing, please go swipe your cards, buy it, and let's give them more money so they can just make Wrath of the Machine or just troll us. Either way, I'm happy. I did say a good idea on stream that Bungie could have just said this years ago. Remember, that Vidoc was from 4 years ago. They could have said, hey, we really don't have the resources to bring back Wrath of the Machine. If you do want it, will you guys be willing to pay $10 for it? I think a lot of people would. I know it kind of sucks. They should be free, but hey, nothing's free in today's age. And sometimes you got to pay people for some work. Man, I'm just hyping this video up because I want you guys to enjoy this. Some of these clips right here you're about to see. You guys remember this? Bosick, you guys are running around waiting for your teammates to call out the door. You run into that doorway. You know what? Teammates have bad comms. I'm just going to shoot that door. Bam! They're done. Sitting outside that door laughing, right? Going up on the stage, shotgunning them, final round, stunning them, going for the one phase. Man, that fight was something, right? Going to the Zamboni, you shoot the middle, you jump up. Well, your teammates end up missing the jump. They all get farmed. Man, going for a res, or if you're on hard mode, you don't have reses, you got a low man clutch it, move the parts. It's insane, right? Or how about when you're on the encounter, phase 1 of Axis, and you fall off the map with that cannon, right? You're like, no. Teammates like, where's right? Where's left? I don't know where Arc Solar is. And they just fall off the map. Well, they're going to self-res, but the cannon's gone. And then you're going on the final boss Axis. No one's calling out empowered. The boss goes left. No one's there. You turn around. The plates are gone. Your teammate was jumping on the platforms. Yeah, that was me. But, just moments like that in that raid was just amazing, man. And I just really think, I wish I could share that with you, man. That was such prime, man. Like when I was streaming 9 years ago and I was doing that raid, those were the glory days. And I know we'll never get those days back. Destiny's not in that same era anymore. Game was a lot harder back then. But man, Like, a lot of people have been asking me to comment on this, and I just feel like I get it. I understand why Bungie making us wait. You know, they want to find a better way to introduce it, or that's pretty much how they do stuff. They're like, hey guys, we heard you want Sparrow Racing. Well, it's coming in 2030. Like, they're just giving you a reason to turn on the game down the road. And I get that. Like, it's marketing 101. Hey, they want Chatter White. Let's give it to them. And then let's time gate it so they have to sign on the next week. Hey, let's give them Super Black, but make it really annoying to get and then give it to players anyway down the road for free. Hey, let's make them go farm a dungeon and weighted perks and then just give them the free handouts. And let's go make them play Iron Banner, even though we're going to give them the God roll the next week. We've seen this over and over, and it, you know, not a big deal. Actually, it is a big deal. It's kind of annoying, but you guys hear the passion, right? All these fun moments you're seeing, just us playing the Wrath Machine raid. Shout out to the fire team. Thank you guys for playing. We were just having fun, man. Just shooting the shit, doing normal mode. My mod Cable has never done that raid. He was on self-resing Warlock. We had a blast, man. Everybody just needs to realize sometimes we always can't get what we want, and pretty much why I'm making this video is I just really wanted to kind of shine on how big they threw. Like, man, like, why can't you just give us a reason to get that spark for the game again? Like, I don't know about you guys, but like, I know what everyone's going to do on February 4th. They're going to turn on the game. They're going to do the new activity. They're going to try the new builds, and they're going to be like, hey, I'm good. I can just, the story's done in an hour. Do I really want to farm stuff? Maybe there's a new weapon that you should farm for. You know, there's a new linear. Bungie showed in the TWID today that there's a new linear. So maybe you're using that linear for damaging in the dungeon, but other than that, you're just waiting for that dungeon to come out. That dungeon comes out, you do it. You run your solo flawlesses. 2 weeks from now, trials comes, right? You guys should go do the new trials. You should do the solo queue. You know, get your loot, get your armor. But then it's like the brakes hit and you're like, man, hey, Monster Hunter's coming out. Other games are coming out. People want to play it, but I just felt like, can you guys see the light? Like, if they were like, May, Wrath of the Machine returns, people would be freaking out. Hopefully when they do find a way to reprise this, probably won't be for a while, just simply because old gen console, the engine, you know, it needs some band-aids. Hopefully when they bring it back, the community is just excited, as they should be, although I felt like it would have been more hyped right now. I would like to know what everyone else thinks. I do scroll through the comments. I might not reply to everybody I see them, but I will read through all these comments. Let me know what you guys think. Remember, everything I just voiced here, I'm not complaining. I'm just voicing an opinion. I just wanted to get this out and do something cool and just kind of remind people of the glory days of how much fun we had in this raid. I'll say right now, I was struggling on the sticks and the FPS. It was tough, but hey, I was just using my trial scout, spinning around with Titan. You know, my skates were slow. I was skating like grandpa. Fell off the map once. You know, it happens. But man, I would love to see this raid on PC or just on next gen console with updated graphics and just being able to, you know, enjoy these moments that we used to have in D1 again in D2, because hey, you can't just give us all the raids except one, right? They can. They're punishing us. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and can't wait to play the new content. We're going to be doing a lot of new stuff. We're going to be hanging out on the front page of Twitch. We're going to be doing some cool stuff. Remember, if you guys come to Twitch chat on that day, we're going to be giving away some of those rare Bungie Foundation emblems for the charity. I'm going to give away 2. Also, you got this new emblem right here that if you watch the stream, you get this emblem for free. And then if you subscribe or you gift a sub, you get this crazy pink emblem. Oryx, what is that? Ralk, whose face is that? And then also, if you guys have CB Gray or Evan on the tab watching the dungeon race, you can also get an emblem from them. All great incentives. Can't wait to see you guys. See you guys in the next one.